Hi DIYers, Joe here from Alarm Grid, and today we're going to talk about the capabilities of the SiXSIREN. Now we have a SiXSIREN mounted right here, and we're going to connect it to our Lyric controller, and then we're going to set it off, and we're going to show you all the different things that it can do. Now the SiXSIREN is the only wireless siren that's currently compatible with the Lyric system. It's part of the 6 device line, so it does have bidirectional communication. The firmware can be upgraded on the siren itself. You'll be able to see it in system programming under zones, as it's going to occupy one zone slot, and it has a 300-foot communication range from the Lyric system. Some of the cool things about the SiXSIREN is that, as you can see on the front of the unit, it's got this large LED that will actually show you the status of the system with different flashes and colors. And the siren can also be set up as a chime option. That means that when the front door opens, you can have the siren chime to let you know that somebody's entered the house, or that a window is open or closed, or whatever you have set to chime. That's cool because most wireless sirens don't also act as chime speakers, and it's a really easy way to put something up, let's say in your second floor bedroom, to know if a door or window does open on the system. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to program it into the Lyric system. Before I started recording the video, I programmed in a DW10 sensor to our Lyric, and we're going to use this to show you the siren feature on the unit and the chime stuff that happens with it. So on our system, we're going to go into zone programming. I'm going to click on Security, Tools, enter 4112, Program, and then Zones. As this is going to learn in like any other wireless sensor, all that we'd have to do is hit Add New. This is going to go to zone number 4, as it's the first open wireless zone slot. I use zone number 3 to program in the DW10. When we have this loaded up, click on Serial Number, and then with the serial number field loaded, it's listening for a serial. We're going to activate the tamper by taking the unit off of its base and then putting it back on. You're going to see this light start flashing, and this is saying that it's reaching out, trying to communicate with the Lyric system. As you can see, the Lyric did just get that serial number. We're going to activate the tamper on this one more time. And we just got 2 beeps on our Lyric. That tells us that it's successfully enrolled. Now we're able to name the siren. So as you can see, the device type does say wireless siren. For the zone description 1, I'm going to clear this out and enter test. As you can see on the bottom, the alarm report, that actually has to do with the tamper on the siren. If you have this set to yes, and if the system is armed and the siren gets taken off of its bottom plate, it's going to set the system off into alarm, and it'll actually send that up to your central station if you have central station monitoring on your Lyric system. If we press the down arrow, this is where you can set up the chime area. As you can see, it's a basic option. It just toggles on or off. And that's pretty much the setup for the siren. There's not too much to it in programming. The other option that you have is having it supervised, and then you can have the supervision time set right over here, which is kind of a cool feature for the siren. As you can see, that there is a supervision menu, and when we press the down arrow, we have some supervision options, but we can't change it. The SiXSIREN does have wireless supervision, except that it's built into the SiXSIREN. Every 60 seconds, the SiXSIREN is going to send a signal to the Lyric system to let it know that it's still communicating, and the Lyric system has a 200-second window to accept that signal. If it doesn't receive a signal from the SiXSIREN within that 200 seconds, it's going to throw up a RF supervision trouble, and it's going to let you know that there's an issue with the communication between the system and the SiXSIREN. Just know that if you go into this menu in zone programming, you can't adjust any of the supervision modes for the SiXSIREN, as it's burnt into the device. Now that we have our SiXSIREN in programming, you can see that it's going to show up in our zone list, and we have our battery icon right here, and we have our signal strength icon right here too. That's some of the benefits that you get from having a 6 device programmed to the system. Now over here, you can see that I've programmed in the DW10 as a front door. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to edit it, and I'm actually going to change it to a perimeter zone instead of an entry-exit, so that we don't have to sit through that timer countdown when we're arming the system. So now we're going to save it. We're all set here. We're going to back out to the main menu, and I'm just going to go into the settings menu, and I'm going to turn the volume up and turn on the two chime buttons that are on the Lyric system. You don't have to have voice chime on to work. You only need to have the chime button enabled, but without that being enabled, the system isn't going to chime. So I'll just turn everything on for all intents and purposes. We'll save it. All right, so now when I move the magnet away from the sensor that I have right here, we should get a chime on the system, and we should get a chime on the SiXSIREN.
Front door.
And there you go. So the chime, it's not super loud. You can't configure the different tones that you have on the siren, but it will give you that audible notification that a door, window, or something on your system has opened. So just to see it one more time, let me close the sensor. See, we're ready to arm.
Front door.
There's a system. And there's the SiXSIREN. So now let's set this off and we'll see what the LED lights do. If you want, load up the SiXSIREN manual that we have posted on our website, and if you scroll down, you're going to see that there's a legend on it that explains the different light sequences and what they all do. In fact, I'm going to run through that right now, so if you want to take a moment, just pull that up and follow along, and we'll learn about the different options that are on that particular menu. As you can see on the top, it says SiXSIREN LEDs and sounders. It has a big menu that shows all the different things that can happen. And what this means, if you look on the top left, that RW on the left-hand side, that means red and white flashes. And if we go down, you'll see it says R, red on for 20 seconds. That means the system is armed. So when we arm the system, we should see the red LED on the SiXSIREN illuminate and stay on. Now, when it's flashing red and white, that can indicate a smoke or a heat alarm or a CO alarm. You'll see that the tones over on the sounder column, they're different, as the smoke alarm is going to sound different than the CO alarm. If we get a white strobe flashing, that tells us that there's going to be an active burglary alarm. And when the red flashes once every 45 seconds, that indicates a low battery. Now, on the other menu, the GW, that stands for green and white, and on the top you can see it says the green rapid flashes on for about 20 seconds, then on for 3 seconds. The sounder is going to chirp once, and this is during the power up and enrollment stage. Now, if you remember, when we did enroll it, after that first indication that the serial number went in, it did chirp at us, which is telling us that that's normal operation. Now, if we keep going down, it'll say green slow flashing for 3 seconds. It chirps once. This is powering up and the device enrolled. So we saw that also. It also has the green on for 20 seconds. That'll tell you that the system is disarmed. And if we keep going down, the white strobe flashing is the same as the one that's in the RW column. The only other part of this column is the green flashing slowly for 10 minutes. That'll just tell you that the tamper is active on the SiXSIREN. So let's put the system into alarm and let's see what it does. So we're going to go to security. We'll do arm away. I'll enter the code 1234, which is the default.
Armed away. Exit now.
And now we're in our countdown phase. As you can see, the SiXSIREN does have the red LED on the unit. That's telling us that that we're arming the system away. Now, I may have auto stay arming on the system, so this might switch into stay mode, but it won't make a difference as far as the SiXSIREN goes. So we got 30 more seconds before the system's fully set. I have this set to a perimeter though, so we can set off the siren right now. And to protect my ears, I'm going to put on these super heavy duty ear protection headphones right here. And I hope I'm safe when I do this. So we put this on, we're going to move the magnet away. And as you can see, we're getting the white LED on the SiXSIREN that's showing us that the system's in alarm. So I'm going to disarm now.
Disarmed. Not ready to arm. Exit.
And as you can see, the siren did do did do the things that we expected it to do. So it's a great unit. It does multiple different things. The chime option on it is one of the more popular features of your SiXSIREN, but as you can see, that LED is going to tell you what the system is doing at a glance. Super convenient if you have this in a bedroom, a hallway, a garage, anywhere that you need a siren, and also the other features. It's a great unit to pick up. Thanks for watching. That was the capabilities of the SiXSIREN. If you did enjoy the video, feel free to subscribe. If you want to send you a notification about future videos, hit the notification button and we'll do so when we post them. If you have any questions about your Lyric, SiXSIREN, or any other security equipment, head over to alarmgrid.com or send us an email to support@alarmgrid.com. You can also jump on chat with any questions. We hope to hear from you soon and have a great day.